Live from Palm Springs, California, it's the Mark and Tony Show, starring Mark Lantero and Tony Pomponio. Tonight's guests, actor, writer, model, Angela Romeo, and the most interesting man in Palm Springs, the one and only Michael D'Angelo. Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mark and Tony.
Tony, thank you for showing up to the show.
Thanks for having me.
That's all. Please, sit down. Ready? Okay, here we go. All right, let's check again. Let's see what we have.
Okay, let's check it out.
Whiskey.
Give me that. I got water over here. You know, the funny thing about it is a lot of the advertising and the show and everything, we always show Mark and I with a glass of bourbon.
And a cigar.
And a cigar. But geez, all of a sudden we changed to coffee cups?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the concept. You know who we have to blame for that?
Yeah, I know.
Mr. Sonny Veloci.
I know who that guy is.
Our producer of the show. Yeah. Yeah, applaud him. Yeah, give it up for him. Yeah, sure.
You know,
yeah.
I gotta tell the audience a little something here. When I was growing up, my father always told me, in his own Italian way, Anthony, always hang out with people better than you. Now, I wasn't quite sure what he meant, so I decided I was going to find somebody better than me. So I met this guy. Now, back in the day, when I would go out, okay, and I'm a married man, I'll admit, you know, I'm a good guy. I'm a good husband. We go somewhere and the ladies be there. Hey, hello, ladies, how are you? Oh, Tony, so nice to see you. Now I go out with this guy. Hey, ladies, how you doing? Oh, excuse me, who's the guy behind you? I mean, a guy.
What can I tell you, Tony?
I finally found somebody better than me.
No. It's the Mark and Tony Show for a reason. We just do it together, and it's all good. You know what? I do like hanging out. We have a good time. We hit a lot of the local establishments, and we have fun.
We have a good time.
The girls have fun, so it's all good.
One night we had to shoot for the Mark's place.
Yep.
And he had to wear a beanie cap and one of those little Italian hats.
Yeah, that doesn't work well.
It pressed his hair down. He was depressed all night long with his hair pressed on top of his head.
I don't like hats.
So I thought I'd take matters in my own hand. I found a fork on the table.
Yeah.
So I got behind him. I was trying to fix it for him.
Yeah.
It didn't go
and that didn't go over too well either, so I didn't appreciate that either. But anyway, look, we're having a lot of fun. Tony and I are enjoying what we're doing here. We hope you stay with us along for the ride because we're just it's a good time, right, Tony? I mean, we have the Mark and Tony Show. It started with Mark's Place.
Right.
We're keeping everything going, and we have a great person that we need to make sure we always introduce.
Yes.
And that's, I'm going to let you say it because I say his name wrong.
Mark Antonelli.
Yes.
And great pronunciation.
Thank you very much.
It's, like I said, we're starting a new Italian class, Tony and I, so we're taking
so what are you saying? You're okay, fine. Fine. The two of these guys, bookends.
Remember what my father said, always hang out with people better than you.
No,
okay?
listen, that's why I hang out with you, though. So.
Oh, finally, I got some credit over here.
I'm sorry, you don't get enough credit, you get credit. Anyway, Mark, we're happy to have you with us.
That's a pleasure and my honor, guys.
Mark
Thank you so
is the
much.
one doing all the introductions. He is also the sound person, fantastic singer. Again, as I've mentioned before, and Tony agrees with me, this valley is just loaded with entertainers.
Yes.
We couldn't ask for a better place to be. They think they have it all wrapped up in Los Angeles or New York. Not a snowball's chance. We got it right here in the valley. Right, Tone?
Yes, sir. And this part of the show, we like to banter back and forth, have a little fun. But since this is one of our first shows, we want to make it very clear that we really want to showcase all the talent that we have here in the valley, as well as great stories. People with great stories, great backgrounds. I can't think of a better format to do it. We're going to find them. We're going to seek them out, and we're going to put them on this show.
Exactly. And that's not to say we won't have people from around outside the area, but we want to make sure, as Tony's saying, that we showcase our talent here in this valley because it's important that we all help one another out. It's important that we promote one another, and it's a great thing. So I think we're off to a good start, Tony. I think it's great.
Oh,
I mean, please.
It's been a lot of fun.
I mean, right?
Oh, I think so. When this was just an idea, and you and I and Sonny met and discussed it, and we brought Mark Antonelli into the picture.
I'll just say Mark. You can say his last name.
And you know
since
what?
I say it wrong.
We got to give props to these guys on the other side of the camera, too.
Yeah, we do. We do.
These guys
You
do
know
a great
what?
job.
Without them, we're not doing any of this. So, you know what, to the crew, Steve, Gary, most definitely Sonny for sure.
Yeah. Even though they get on our nerves once in a while, too.
They all get on our nerves, but you know what? It all works out in the end. You know, that Gary guy, I tell you what, I don't know about that guy. Every once in a while, I'm kidding, Gary. I'm kidding.
Just messing with you,
Look,
Gary.
we're going to be back. We're going to take a time out. We're going to have our first guest come out, and she's an interesting lady. She plays my wife on Mark's Place.
Oh, what? What is wrong with you? What's that for? I'll deal with you later. You! Can't you do anything right?
Never do anything wrong.
You never do anything right!
Never.
One of these days, you!
What?
Home! You! Get out of here!
So stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. Thank you for coming.
G. Aries Visions, visuals from concept to completion, specializing in distinctive logos, identities, and branding. From business cards to banners to billboards, G. Aries Visions is your best graphics solution.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mark and Tony Show. Thanks again for showing up. Thanks again for coming out tonight. Our first guest, you ready for this? Our first guest plays my wife, Gina, on our show, Mark's Place. So with no further ado, Tony, I'm going to let you bring her on since she plays my wife. I'm going to let you have the honors. Please bring her on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Romeo.
And you said it right.
Oh, damn right I said it right. I'm the guy who says all the words right.
Tree, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Have a seat.
Well. Let's see, I can't really escape any place without having you around me.
It's funny how that happens, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's funny how I'm always sucked right back in when I think I can escape you.
It depends on the day, but I play his wife, and he's kind of got his issues.
You think?
Yeah, like, right? So he's a typical guy, so he's always chasing after skirt. And I don't really appreciate it. And like every other guy, he always gets caught. Never fails. Never fails.
Yeah.
And it just keeps escalating after that. It's the love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I think the show obviously revolves around our relationship and the two of us making our way out of Chicago in the witness protection program. And that's the premise of the show. And problem is, I just can't get away from my evil ways back from when we were in Chicago.
He's just a typical guy, so nothing changed.
Yeah,
All we did was change scenery.
Make it worse, he's Italian.
He thinks he is.
So we just take the show on the road. So now we're here in sunny Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And I have my issues that my lovely Gina here tries to keep me in check. Is that a good thing to say?
Yeah.
This would be perfect for you. Your own little shop. You don't want a coffee shop? Make it a boutique. Make it whatever the hell you want it to be.
It's a tax write-off. I'm the friggin' treasurer over here.
No. I don't think this is a good idea.
You're gonna be the boss. You don't have to get your hands dirty. You just gotta lock the door in the morning and lock it at night.
Okay.
Why are you even a part of this conversation?
Because I'm the treasurer. I'm the vice mayor and the treasurer.
Why is he talking?
You have yet to learn.
Talking.
You know what? That's a good question. Just stop.
You know, the thing is she's one of my favorite people. We've become really close friends. But on the show, she absolutely hates me. Okay?
Oh, you're not going to tell that story again, are you?
Please tell the story.
I'm not going to tell the story. You're going to tell her the first damn
Okay.
set,
So
first scene.
we're shooting the scene, and the answer is, don't move. So we're shooting the scene. I come running in, and I'm doing all these things, and Domingo Weinsted's there, and we've got it all. We're all kind of going with it. And I said to Tony, whatever happens, don't move. So I'm wailing and screaming and carrying on, and I pull into Domingo. He pushes me back, and I kick. I said, Tony, don't move. Tony moved. So the look on his face was actually Tony going,
I never saw his eyes get as large as they did that day.
I just like the part where he went, and nothing came out. There were no words.
You think that was funny? I was in pain.
I was the one laughing at you.
I was in a
what
lot
can I
of
tell
pain. You understand what I mean?
It was a rough day
Both
for
of
you.
them.
Oh my God, that was the funniest thing. Because there's no sounds coming out of his mouth. He's just
That was the first time Tony didn't have a word to say about anything.
But our director said, you actually kind of scared me in the scene because I come running up like, I'm in the scene. I'm in. Remember, I was the accordion player.
You were the accordion player.
Yes. I'm in the scene. All of a sudden, this girl, bang, hits me right where I live. And that was it. I went,
Thank God he already had his children.
quietly went back and sat down and said,
Never heard from for the rest of the day.
what do you want me to do the rest of the day?
He said, just sit there and look pretty.
Anyway,
So,
listen,
yeah.
talk about your stuff.
Yeah, really.
Talk about what you're doing.
Yeah, your background,
Well, so
projects you're involved in,
So
everything.
right now, what I did, Steve Tange, who's working on this show, he and I had done Colliding Worlds a couple of years ago. We did about 100 television episodes together, plus some radio and whatever. So that show has been brought back, and that show kind of focuses on artists and entertainers, been more of a. We always said that we were, locally produced but global in our reach, and we really were. We had about 365,000 Twitter followers at one point and 10 million minutes watched. So that show came back. But really what I'm most proud of, and this all goes back to Mark's Place because I met a lot of great people, Jody Littman and Steve Cicerone and I formed a company called AJS Productions.
Yes.
And we've been writing scripts, and we've got one script out called 3 Peas in a Pod. We have another script where it's going to be freaking awesome. Jody plays a great psycho.
Can't wait.
But we also have a show that we've got, we're producing now. Hopefully we'll either be video on demand or get picked up by a network called Always Here.
You're a busy lady.
Oh God, yeah, we've been having a blast with it. And Sonny's been working with us on that, but Jody plays an evil woman, and she plays it so well. She's really good, but she basically plays the mother. I play the daughter, Gardner, and Steven Cicerone plays her son, Bram, and she's kind of stuck in this in-between worlds.
You both are something. Each one of you a continuing disappointment.
And ripping up my teddy bear, I mean, really, what did that prove?
And just how could I do that? Just look at you. Another one that left a promising career to chase what? A whim? Aren't you too old for such nonsense? A teddy bear.
Screw you. At least it was loved. I mean, come on, we can't all be the great Vandy LaFleur. I mean, we all can't be ballerina or Broadway dancer or a silent movie star. I mean, come on, we can't all be Norma. And besides, I didn't hear you bitching when I gave you a great life when I was a stockbroker. I never heard you complain.
Life you gave to me?
I gave you a great life.
Wrong. Are you just going to stand there?
Actually, I'm sitting.
I should have known.
So there's a little bit of Dark Shadows, the old TV show, Miss Mummy
God,
Dearest.
that's a throwback. I haven't heard that.
Oh my
that
God,
show
it was
in
like-
a long time.
and-
Remember that? Dark
Yeah, Dark
Shadows?
Oh my
Shadows,
God,
yeah.
yeah, but we've been having
Yeah,
a lot of fun with that. Well,
Wow.
my Mark's Place has been kind of like on hiatus right now, and we've been working on that. And we've fingers crossed, and hopefully everything will go well for us with that.
I tease her all the time. I say, you know what? You should be in Italy making Italian movies. I tell her this all the time. She got that face for those Italian
Face,
movies.
that dark
Yeah,
hair.
yeah.
That temper.
Temper, yeah. The temper.
That temper that I see too often on the show.
Let me explain something about this lady, and I don't know if she's going to touch on it. She knows how to write scripts. She knows how to direct movies. She's got a law background. If you need a roofer, she'll come and do your roof. If you need asphalt done in your driveway, she'll do that as well.
I can do that.
If you need somebody knocked off, she can handle that probably too. I mean, I'm telling you. I mean,
The lady with
you do carpenter
many careers.
No plumbing.
work. No way. You mean to tell me there's something you don't do?
Whoa!
Oh,
Wait a minute. Mark that down. Will you
I'm
please?
trying to say, my very first job was as a roofer, and I literally have my roofing hammer. It was the first. Other than babysitting and paper outs and all that crap, it was a job. My uncle owned the roofing company, and I wanted to work.
Very good.
So he said, the guys hated me. I was 13 or 14. They weren't allowed to drink on the job. They couldn't have beer at lunch. They couldn't take their shirts off. This is in Massachusetts, so he made them wear the long sleeve shirts.
Oof, with the
They couldn't
humidity.
wait
You
for me
think
to,
I was joking?
They couldn't wait for me to go.
So why don't you tell us about your pets?
Oh, my
Yes.
babies?
Yes.
I have
Yes,
4
let's hear about the babies.
I have my babies. My babies are 4 rescues. They all begin with P. It's Fred, Price, Perry, and Peyton. And 2 of them have actually been in Mark's Place.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Peyton was in way back in the fall.
Yep.
With
Yeah.
I'm there at lunch and Sonny says to me, "Are you doing anything?" I'm like, "I'm on a date. We're having lunch." He goes, "Okay, can you come and film?" I'm like, "Sure." So my date's standing there. He was a good guy. I don't
Yeah,
think
he was okay with it. He understood
okay.
what
He
was
didn't,
going
he
on.
didn't last too long. He's gone.
He was okay.
Her dates don't last too long around this. I don't understand that.
I don't either, but you know what happens.
So my poor little dog
We're
gets
gonna
tossed
take-
in him, and then one of the final scenes for the first season of Mark's Place, my little dog Perry. Steve.
Yeah.
Mark and I have worked together. What, almost 8 years off and on
Yep.
now.
Yeah,
and
it's been a
the
long time.
joke always is, and I felt sorry for Sonny. He didn't realize. We've always been cast as a couple.
As a husband and wife all the time. All
Always.
through the 8 years together, we've had the opportunity of working on numerous projects together, but somehow we're always cast as husband and wife. So,
When
you know,
Sonny cast us and when we both left independently and he was just like, "What?" And I'm like, "We got this.
yeah,
we got this."
Yeah, it's second nature to two of us,
It was
so
like-
it's all good. You know, Tom,
So,
you'll see.
You know, I'm over here thinking about some other things. You know, what about your style? I mean, you're a very unique dresser. How do you find all this stuff? I mean,
I actually been shopping in my own closet lately and scaring myself, but I got rid of some things.
we noticed that. You know, we've noticed you didn't come out with your roofing clothes on the other day.
I don't. The trick is not to wear the same thing twice. And
So
so
there
far
you
I've
go,
done it.
people. There you go. But you know what? We'll save all that for another show too.
Very
when she comes
stylish
out.
person
Yeah,
here.
but she is.
Yep.
We do have good chemistry together. I do like working side by side with you. We just seem to be able to roll with the scenes very, very well. And so everybody, Miss Angela, thank you.
That's Joey DeFonso, a.k.a. Mark Murphy.
I'm no snitch, but I really don't like the way he treats women.
What do you think you're doing? He got in some trouble with the boys back in Chicago a few months back. So the FBI bought him and his family a one-way ticket to Palm Springs, California.
I got this idea. I want to run for mayor.
On the condition that he keeps his nose clean and his mouth shut.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Filmed on location in Palm Springs.
G. Aries Visions, visuals from concept to completion, specializing in distinctive logos, identities, and branding. From business cards to banners to billboards, G. Aries Visions is your best graphics solution.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mark Antonio Show. The hits just keep on coming. Mr. Tony,
Yes, sir.
privilege is yours for this next guest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael D'Angelo.
Well, we have the one, the infamous.
This is the hot seat?
This is the hot seat, and we have you now for a while.
Oh, yeah, we got you trapped now.
Yeah. So how things going, Michael?
I'm leaving.
No. We want you to stay.
No,
How
stay-
things-
stay a little bit.
Oh, and by the way, though, nice jacket.
You like my jacket?
I like it. May I borrow it?
Sure you can.
All right, good. I just want to make sure.
Charge you.
Can I borrow it? I can put on one arm. Can I get two of them?
So what's been going on? Talk
Everything's
to us a little bit.
Everything's going good so far.
Yeah?
Pretty busy.
Good. Things are coming back alive
They're
now.
coming
Well,
back. I started to get more engagements.
That's awesome.
And
like that.
all the way to January right now. So
Congratulations.
It's looking good.
This is good.
Hey, listen, why don't you tell the audience how you got started?
Yeah.
Tell us the story.
Well, let's go back to 9 years old.
9 years old.
I was home, constantly singing all the time, and my mother just kind of looking at me. She says, "I got to take him somewhere." I love singing that song by the Elegants, "Little Star." Where are you, little star? She says, "I'm going to take you to some radio stations in the Bronx. Take you around to see if you're going to get some bites out there."
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx. That's how I started. I started doing that, and then I started doing some doo-wops, meeting a bunch of buddies in the block, in the Bronx. You go to the street corners, up on the roof, in the schoolyards, you do a lot of doo-wops. You know, that's how you learn how to harmonize. I can harmonize with anybody, and even with my dog.
You guys are.
Well, the dog comes into the room and I start singing, he starts going, "Ew." I can harmonize with that.
Did you bring him with you today? Did you bring him with you tonight?
She wanted to come.
Hey, listen, tell the story about you and your brother on top of the roof. This is a good one. I love this story.
One time we went up to the roof. We were, like I said, over in the schoolyards, up on the roof. We would harmonize, get a bunch of guys up there, and we started singing. And I started singing the high part. My brother and his buddy across the roof on the same block were flying pigeons. In New York, you fly pigeons a lot. What the hell? So I started singing the high part, and one of his buddies came over, grabbed me, swung me right off the ledge of the roof like this.
And how many stories high were you?
6 stories high. I'm looking down. I said, "Oh God, oh good."
Don't drop me.
And here I am doing some more. That scared more pigeons away.
Since you're on the East Coast, what brought you out to California?
Well, my older brother, when he got married, his wife had relatives out here.
Okay.
They got themselves established. He moved out here with his wife and finished up in college and started bringing the family out.
Okay.
Little by little. I was one of the last ones that came out. And so when I came out here, automatically, I'm singing again. I started a group over in high school.
Okay.
And from there, went on to college. We started a band from college.
Really?
And we traveled around, you know, all over the place, all over Los Angeles. We've one of the biggest highlights, let's put it this way, is when I performed at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium with the band. 3,000 people there.
Michael.
And we were honoring Cannibal and the Headhunters. I don't know if you know those guys.
I've heard of them, and I'm familiar with the Pasadena
Have
Civic Auditorium.
you ever heard the song go, na, 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 na?
Yep.
Well, these guys, I knew them from high school as well. We used to harmonize in high school. They traveled around with the Beatles.
I'll be darned.
So I saw them at the Pasadena Civic Auditorium. We went backstage. I met the guys. We started doing some harmony back there for old time's sake.
That's really good.
My band, you know, it was my band. When it was my band, we opened up for people like Willie Bobo. I don't know if you know Willie Bobo. Tierra. When I was in college, Los Lobos opened up for us.
I'll be darned.
Wow.
So
that is pretty impressive. Michael, you got a lot of history. A lot of history, a lot of things. And we're fortunate enough, too, that Michael's going to be singing tonight.
And of course, I had two.
That's right. That's right. He is going to be singing as well this evening.
I had 2 careers. One career was I was a probation officer.
Okay. Let me just kind of scoot away a little bit here. You learn something new every day.
and the second career was with the band.
Is that your car getting towed away outside?
Yeah, towed. I think it's being burned out there. So, my gosh.
Your car's being towed.
Yeah. Thank you there, Marco. Appreciate the love on that side over there.
Anyway,
we'll talk later.
Well, you know what? I want to add something here before Michael sings. I want to add that he's got a very lovely wife, Patty. They're always together. They're always about town. They support all the other singers.
Yes, they
everyone
do.
else. All the different causes. You guys do a great job.
They do a great job. So when we come back off a break, Michael's going to sing one of his songs. So please stay tuned, and we thank you very much.
G-Aries Visions, visuals from concept to completion, specializing in distinctive logos, identities, and branding. From business cards to banners to billboards, G-Aries Visions is your best graphics solution.
In the still of the night, darling, I held you tight, 'cause I love you so, darling, I'll never let you go. In the still of the night, I remember that night in May, the stars were bright above, and I hope and I pray to keep your precious love. So before the light, hold me again with all your might in the still of the night. In the still of the night.
I also want to give a shout out this evening to this great establishment that we've been using, AJ's on the Green. Without them, we wouldn't have the show, so I want to thank them very much. Lee Levitt, we thank you. I also have our little sidekick here, Mr. Mark.
Hello there.
It's always good to have you part of the posse, my brother.
It's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of this amazing crew. So thank you guys. Thank you.
All right, I think Tony had a little gesture he wants to show you.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me, do I have it?
Hey, Tony Antonelli over here.
Tony, I don't know. Tony, I'm not sure if you're dancing or you got gas. But please. I'm just saying.
I thought I heard a sound.
Give me that thing. Anyway, I got to practice a little bit.
So, give us a handle on what's coming up for you real quick.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of really great things in the works at this point. We're performing right now 3 nights a week, 2 nights at Chef George's Picasso Lounge in Bermuda Dunes, and also
What nights?
That's going to be Thursday and Saturday nights, and then on Sunday evenings we celebrate a beautiful evening of musical elegance in Palm Springs at Venezia Italian Restaurant.
Very good. What time do these shows start?
They start 6:30 at Chef George's, and also at 6 at Venezia Italian.
And how about your show that you're doing at the Indian Wells Hotel?
Yes, absolutely. I've had, like I said, it's been I've been very lucky and very blessed.
I had the opportunity with Carol to come watch you perform there. And
Thank you, at Indian Wells.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Wow, what
Thank
a
you.
show.
Thank you. Yeah.
That was a great show. You and please, who was your other singer with you?
Her name was, I had the absolute honor and privilege to still be learning from this incredible woman, Patricia Welch. She was the original cast member of The King and I on Broadway, and was also in the movie as well, The King and I. And she has just been such an amazing human to me, and also a mentor as
And
well.
by the way,
sing very well together.
she's Italian as well.
She's
Welch is her
full-blooded.
stage name.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're kidding me?
Yeah, she's full-blooded Italian. Yeah.
Pay attention.
I'm sorry, Tony. I'll make sure of that next
We're
time.
everywhere.
Read the cue cards, will you?
Tony, why don't you say who, give props to who was on the show tonight, Tony?
Well, hey, look at Michael D'Angelo. Come on. I mean, what a great guy, great singer.
We learned some things from him tonight.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't
Seeing
know
him
a lot of
swing
that.
upside down, trying to scare pigeons away.
Right. How we hit his high notes.
So when we leave here tonight, we're going to go across the street to the casino. I'm going to hang you off the side
And
of
we'll
the
do harmonies.
building.
Don't forget our other guest that we had on here, though.
Well, don't worry, I haven't forgotten yet. Are you kidding?
Okay.
I mean,
Well, Angela.
Angela Romeo.
Thank you, everybody.